Welcome back to China Price Watch. In today's Money Matters, we're talking about corruption during environmental assessments. Most assessment organizations are scientific labs and colleges or commercial valuation firms. They're usually financially independent. The construction companies evaluating the projects are their major clients. So this means there could be a tie too close for comfort between the two. The construction companies pay them a service fee ranging from 50,000 to 400,000 yuan, around 8,000 to 65,000 US dollars for the assessments. And here's where it gets sketchy. The construction companies only pay half the fee up front. Not until the report is done will they pay the rest of it. If they don't get a report good enough for approval, they usually won't pay the second half of the fee. Since these evaluation companies want to stay in business, they change the report for the sake of passing the government's approvals. So this means they're prioritizing their earnings over their responsibility to protect the environment. On the other side, government approval departments are supposed to verify the report and ensure that their projects have minimized their environmental impact. But as we can tell with the current state of China's environment, there is a problem here too, and that problem is corruption. The large number of assessments can be time-consuming. For instance, some projects can influence bird migrations or nearby crops. This kind of environmental report requires at least 1 year. However, many construction companies do not want to waste years waiting to start their projects. As a result, they choose to pay more money to the assessment institution to quickly make up a fake report. And later, decision-making officials in the approval departments would also be bribed to turn a blind eye to the fake report. According to China Economic Weekly, officials might also cooperate with local assessment institutions. After being bribed by construction companies, officials can recommend assessment companies that they already have deals with. But by doing this, they can easily get brokerage fees from the assessment institutions through this recommendation. The assessment company is willing to give officials a brokerage fee because their reports will get approved by the same officials more easily. Most construction projects are usually valued at billions of dollars. For the construction companies, spending thousands of dollars on bribes is just a drop in the bucket. Even if the fake reports are found, according to China's environmental law, the construction company would only be fined around 30,000 US dollars. This once again isn't a big problem for them. The environmental impact assessments have become nothing more than a show to deceive the public. Even though all the construction companies, assessment institutions, and government departments might just be doing business as usual in China, it's clear that China is suffering from it. This case isn't necessarily about the government putting economics before the environment, as is often assumed. This is mostly about individual interests of those in power being prioritized. Don't go away, because up next for a question of the day, we'll hear Beijingers' thoughts on corruption and the environment. Stay tuned.